So today we're here to talk about something that my friend Achilles, who ran a small environmentally responsible book publishing company, told me all about. Now, I used to print a magazine. It used to be small and about yoga, and then it got big and it was called Elephant, and then took it online and became elephantjournal.com. And that taught me about the damage that books do to the environment. Now, everyone out there, young people, hipsters, old people, everyone loves to say, I just love books. I love magazines. I just love the feel of the printed word and being able to curl up on a couch with a book. Now, I agree with that. I read the New Yorker. I subscribe to it. I read it in the hot tub. It's pretty much the highlight of my day or my week. And who doesn't love a beautifully printed book? I mean, look at these rough edges and these beautiful illustrations. And these, I mean, it's just great. So it's a fun thing to do. But here's why we're creating Elephant Books. So from start to finish, the whole book publishing process is old-fashioned in a bad way, outmoded, environmentally devastating, and bad for writers. So writers are at the end, all the money comes in from book publishing. It's a lot of money, Amazon and the like, and this little dribble at best gets to authors. They make maybe 5, 10, 15%, usually more like 8%, 5% of the money on book sales. So Elephant Books, first of all, is going to try and pay writers a lot better. So with ebooks, we'll pay up to 50%. With print books, we're going to try and pay at least twice as much as they're making with conventional status quo publishers. How are we going to be able to do this? We're still providing all the services of a publishing company, so it's not just printing. We're still going to edit. We're going to not only edit and handle all the printing and the distribution, Amazon free distribution. Please Google the words Amazon and New Yorker and read an article called Cheap Words, which is basically in the first paragraph, it establishes why Amazon is a greater threat to independent thought, to publishing, to books, to authors, to the marketplace of ideas than Walmart by a factor of 1,000 and other companies like that. So please read that. That really changed my mind about this whole thing. Oh my God, they're sawing stuff outside. It's driving me nuts. It's hard to focus. Waylon, get with it. All right. So from start to finish, book publishing. Why is it sad? Why is it bad? Well, obviously you're cutting down a lot of trees. You're shipping a lot of trees. You're milling a lot of trees. You're binding. This is this whole process. There's lots of chemicals involved, chemicals that are responsible for causing things like asthma, cancer, lots of other bad stuff, pollution. When the book has this nice little rough edge, that means they're taking one sheet of paper, they're making rough edges, and they have to throw away like 50% of the paper. That's bad. It's hard to recycle paper. We think recycling paper is easy. It's not. You have to take out the inks. That's super energy intensive and chemical intensive. The inks, even so-called veggie inks that are used to print all the words and all that stuff, are toxic. Basically, these huge vats of toxic poison are left over from every book that has ever been printed. And that toxic poison goes somewhere. It never goes away. And that toxic poison, you could drop a spider into it and then take Peter Parker over to it and then have the spider bite Peter Parker and he would turn into Spider-Man. It's the stuff made of cartoons. Except he wouldn't turn into Spider-Man. He'd turn into a cancer patient or something. So it's not very heroic or fun. So with Elephant Books, we're trying to kind of undo that. We're trying to do ebooks first. Ebooks are actually not greener, the bad news continues, than print books unless they're done in a very careful way. So try not to buy a Kindle, try not to buy a Nook, try not to buy anything new. If you're buying books, buy secondhand books. If you want to be eco, get a library card and go to the library. Libraries are badly underutilized and they're super eco. So share those books, get secondhand books. If you want a new book, however, I would recommend first an ebook or a book like from Elephant Books, which doesn't exist yet, but it'll be printing on eco paper with the best possible veg inks, which are still not that good. offsetting every single book purchase with planting a tree that undoes a lot of the carbon footprint, and then paying writers right. We're also going to A/B test the success of chapter titles and subjects on Elephant, which is this huge platform now, 19 million readers a month. So we can really make sure that the message is connecting with the readers. The fact is, right now, 33% of books don't connect with readers and are actually, after all this milling and shipping and toxic this and that, are returned to the publisher, who then incinerates or recycles the books. Incinerating, sad to say, is not that much worse than recycling, since it's so energy intensive to recycle books. So I think that's probably enough, but basically books are far from a wholesome thing. They're devastating for the environment. Elephant Books is trying to undo that every step of the way. If you want to support Elephant Books, buy an Elephant book. They don't exist yet. Right now, at the time of this recording, you can go to Kickstarter.com and search Things I Would Like to Do With You, which is my book, and you can read about love for a new generation. We'll link that in the YouTube video, so you can see that video. There's actually 2 videos about the book. One is about sort of intellectually what it's about, and one is more romantic. Depends which kind of person you are. And we're using mine as a guinea pig because if we mess it up thoroughly, only I lose out. Mess up the process of making it eco, editing, distributing, Amazon free, and paying the author well. We don't need to pay the author well in this case because it's me and I'm already on Elephant salary. So I think that's it. But I guess our takeaways are buy secondhand, just like with clothing or anything else. Support your public library. They're badly underutilized. I'm going to walk my talk and go to the darn library and get some book out instead of buying the next one. And then number 3, support Elephant Books or Chelsea Green or any other publisher that's trying to do it right. Doing it right includes human beings, not just our environment. So make sure the publisher is paying writers right. Thank you so much.